Almost forgot. So if any of you don't know, you're new here, I record these lives and upload them to my YouTube. So if you ever miss one, you can go to my YouTube and check it out. The link is in my bio. So make sure you click the link. Make sure you subscribe. It's totally free to do that. Don't forget to hit the like, right? Like I said, we're trying to get out here to more people. So the more you hit the like button, comment, share, right? It lets the algorithms know we're here, right? We're not going anywhere and we're growing, right? If you want to, show some support to my channel, and you don't have to donate anything monetarily. It's totally free to hit the like button. It's totally free to throw a heart in the comments. If this resonated, if this is something that you want me to continue doing, let me know in the comments, right? If this is helping. And the main thing is just really consistency, right? Building that consistency. That's why I told you guys, it doesn't matter what is happening in my life for this month, and everybody's got something crazy going on, right? It's Christmas. Everybody's doing 1,000,001 things trying to prepare for Christmas. I get it, right? But no matter what, you can give 10 minutes a day to yourself, right? And this is what I'm trying to be the example, right? You guys seen me one day this week. I was in my car. Again, like I told you, I drove all night. I got home for something this morning, and I'm still here, right? At 9:30 a.m. every morning, because I promised you guys I would be, right? I made that commitment to myself, right? I made this commitment for myself. And my spirit team said, everybody should do this. Share this with everybody. Give everyone else the opportunity to make this commitment to themselves too. And then show up is what I was told, right? Then just show up. And so here I am every morning showing up for you guys. And I hope you are showing up for yourselves as well, right? So if you're here, if you're new, let me know. If you're just seeing this and you're joining, throw some hearts in the comments. Let me know. If you're watching on the replay, type replay in the comments for me so I know that you're watching on the replay, meaning, it's actually giving some value to people, right? But we're about to get started. I said we were going to start at 9:45. I'm going to try to keep this on time today, right? So if you're here, we're going to do 5 minutes of meditation. And the way we do it here is we take 3 deep breaths in, inhale 5 for 5 counts, right? You keep breathing in for 5 counts. You hold for 1, and then you release for 6, and I will count you through it, and we're about to get started. Are you guys ready? Right? Yes, Berlin. I'm so happy you made it, darling. I'm so grateful you made it. All right. So here we are. If you're here right now, hit that share button, right? Get more people in here, because 3 or more people together, setting a positive intention changes the energy. So that's why else. It doesn't matter if you're watching on the replay. When you're watching, time does not exist like we think it is. So whenever you get here, you're meant to be here. The energy will be the same, right? As a matter of fact, even if you come after and watch the replay, you're still building on that energy. You're adding to it. And that energy is going to continue to grow and reverberate throughout the universe, throughout the galaxy, right? We are sending out love and positive intentions. And usually when I'm here, I'm also sending you guys some love, right? Some positive energy. I usually send out some colors, right? I'm not a Reiki master or anything like this. I'm just a natural healer, and I know how to project and send out positive energy, right? It's just in my nature, something I know how to do. I don't know why. But it works. Like people feel, right? The energy that I'm sending out. And usually everybody feels good after these 5 minutes. It's only 5 minutes, you guys. You can do this, right? Make sure as well you've got your water, right? Make sure you're drinking your water and staying hydrated all day as well. Speaking of which, I better take a sip myself, right? Aw, thank you, honey, because I was born for this, and so are you. We all were, right? I love it. All right. So I'm going to count you guys down. We're about to get started. I'm going to turn the timer on. When you hear the alarm, that's how you know we're done. But once you take your 3 deep breaths, just go ahead and listen to yourself breathe. If you get distracted by your thoughts, because you'll have a million and one things. I've got to do this today. Oh, I don't have time for this. I've got this. I've got that. Let all that go. I always tell people, one of my writers last night, we were talking about this too. And he also suggested that you can think of all of your thoughts as like a balloon floating away in the sky, like a regular helium balloon that just floats away. You can think of your thoughts as all these balloons just floating away. You're not giving them your attention. You're just observing them move. Observing them go by, right? You can put the thoughts in a box and let them go by that way. You can imagine that they are cars on the highway that are just going by. You're not giving your attention or focus to them. You're just observing them go by, right? And if that is too distracting, you're unable to do that, just go back to focusing on listening to yourself breathe just for 5 minutes, right? And watch how you feel after this 5 minutes, okay? It definitely makes a difference. We're on day 9 now. So if you've been here from the beginning, throw it in the comments if this has helped you so far. If you noticed some changes so far, go ahead and put it in the comments so other people can see. Join in. It doesn't matter when you're getting here. This is no stress. No, pressure about any of this. It doesn't matter if you miss a day, you can't make it every day. Be gentle, be easy with yourselves, because this is supposed to be fun, enlightening, and mindset altering, really, right? Getting you to see things from a different perspective, because now you've kind of lifted the fog out, even 5 minutes a day. Right? And I'm going to try to extend this. If you guys really enjoy this month and we do this 5 minutes, maybe we'll try to extend it to 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes every day. If you can give yourself 10 minutes of meditation every day. But we all got to start somewhere, right? We got to start somewhere. And 5 minutes is the perfect place to start. It's getting you into that energy of, idea of breathing, of observing your thoughts, and just listening to your breath, right? It's just the beginning, you guys, and we're all doing it together.
Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt. Can I get my iPad?
Go ahead.
Okay, but I was also gonna ask, do you have an extra charger?
No.
In the box?
No. I don't know where that one, it was up there. It's not working. So I don't have an extra one.
I had an iPad charger somewhere, but I can't find it.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Sorry for the interruption. It's Saturday, so mommy duties are still, still got mommy duties, even especially on the weekends, right? Usually she's, off to school by the time I do this, but of course not. She's here. So anyways, here we go. But as I was saying, like I say, just watch your thoughts go by. Some people can think of them in a boat on the river floating by, however you want to do it, but just get in the energy and the practice of giving yourself this time every day. So we're going to get started. I'm going to count you down. Take again 3 big deep breaths in to the counts that I'm going to count for you. Inhale 5 counts, hold 1, release 6 counts. We do that 3 times. Then you just listen to yourself breathe after that. Allow the music to just let you relax, right? Relax your entire body. Make sure, you don't have anything crossed. Your legs are flat are separated. Your feet are flat on the ground and your hands are in the palm up position on your lap. Okay. That's how we start this meditation, getting in the position and getting ourselves ready. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start with our 3 deep breaths in. I'm going to start the count and then I'll start the timer for us. Okay, so 5 minutes, just sit there silently, listen to yourself breathe. Okay. And again, if you can't, if you're at work, try to, have it in your ear, just listen. If you can't meditate, just let yourself listen to the frequency, because the frequency music that I use, it's 528 hertz and it is a healing frequency. Okay. So here we go, you guys. Tap that screen, share this live if you're new here, and we're gonna get started. First, deep breath in. Here we go. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now just listen to yourself breathe. Here we go, you guys. Awesome. Hello. Yes, gratitude. I love it. I'm so happy. That feels so good. Do you guys feel lighter? I feel lighter today. Tell me what colors you saw. I'm going to tell you what colors I sent out. I sent out the red, I sent out green, and I sent out white. I also sent a little bit of purple, but mostly, not purple, but blue, because I feel some energy around our collective throat chakras. People are holding things in. It's time to be your true authentic self. So I sent out the blue rays, right? You saw red and white, Berlin. Yes. Because I felt, you see, I have red today. I put red on. So I feel something in our root chakra too, right? Needs to be balanced. So that's what I was feeling. And this is, like I say, I'm not a Reiki master or anything. I just read energy, you guys. I can feel collectively what's happening in the energy around the collective I'm focusing on, right? And what I feel was my throat was stuck, right? Or feeling, and that's okay. You didn't have to see anything, right? You didn't have to. Sometimes it takes a while. Remember, some of us have been doing this since day one. And so you're, better able to get yourself into that meditative state where you start to have the colors come to you. It doesn't happen for everybody, but don't think you're doing anything wrong if it didn't. It's okay, right? It's just, people that are connected, that are feeling the energy, usually they're tapped in. They can see what I'm sending out too, right? Your eyes are closed. It just starts to show up in your mind's eye, right? But again, don't feel bad if it didn't. It's okay. It's not a big deal if it didn't. It just means, keep practicing. The more you do this, the easier it will be to get into that state, right? And so, Berlin, she's been here since day one too, but she's been watching me for a long time. So she kind of has learned a lot along the way about how this whole thing works. And I think we're just connected. That's all too. Right? But we all are, right? We're all connected. If you really want to tap in, you can really, if you learn to focus your energy, your attention, your awareness, you can tap into anybody's energy and feel what they're feeling, right? It's not just, we all have psychic gifts, right? It's not just someone like myself that can do this. You can too, right? But it takes practice, right? With anything, you have to start using the muscle in order for it to grow, right? But you can just start to imagine. We don't understand how powerful the mind is, right? It is so powerful, meaning your thoughts are so powerful. Thoughts are energy. Energy is everything. Whatever you give your thoughts to, you're giving your consciousness to, your awareness. Therefore, your energy is going to that place, that whatever you're consciously aware of, and making it grow and expand, right? So if you want to make sure you attract or have the things you want in your life, only give those things focus and attention. All the things you don't want to happen, stop giving it your attention, right? And that's the easiest way to explain how this whole thing works, but it's the Matrix, right? It's how you play the game, so to speak. And some of us have figured out how to play the game, right? Now, I did this yesterday, and I'm going to tell you that I got a gift yesterday. I was totally shocked, just couldn't believe it, right? But at the same time, I knew it. I had this inner knowing that it was the universe sending me a gift, right? Because I did this last night, or the night before, and asked the universe to send me a gift. You can do this yourself, right? But you have to say the exact words. Whatever you believe, universe, God, whether you believe it's God, universe, however you want to, word it. You word it, however you want. But dear universe, God, please let me know or show me that you're listening, that you hear me. Show me that you hear me. Send me a gift within the next 24 hours, right? You can choose the gift. Detach. That means you're detaching from whatever it is. But you can choose the gift. But when you send me this gift, fill me up with the complete knowing that this gift is from you. And then go to sleep. You say this right before you go to bed, right? And I did that the other night. I mean, the day was just about over and I was thinking, well, I guess, that didn't work, right? Literally 5 minutes after I said that, my phone pinged. Bing! I'm like, what the I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I got a gift from the universe, right? I know. And in the moment that it happened, I knew. I just had the knowing it was something from the universe, but I asked for it. So try it yourself tonight before you go to bed, if you like to. But it is like you or the universe showing to you that you are a manifester, you are a creator, and that the universe is always listening to you, right? And again, shocked that it happened, but not completely shocked because I know what I asked for, right? And so try it, but you have to say those words. Dear universe, show me that you're listening, right? Show me that you have my back. Send me a gift within the next 24 hours. The gift can be whatever you like, but fill me up with the complete knowing that this gift is from you, and let it go and see what happens, right? I literally got 2 gifts yesterday. Excuse me. Totally unexpectedly, but it worked, right? It just confirmed to me that yes, the universe is always listening. And if you need to know that you are the creator, you are a manifester, that's one sure way to figure it out, right? So try it. So now that we've got our meditation in, we're going to journal for 5 minutes. So again, another 5 minutes. You're giving yourself 10 minutes a day. 5 minutes to meditate, 5 minutes to journal. And again, the journaling is significant because you're doing something different. Your subconscious is recognizing like, hey, you're not doing that. You don't usually do that. And then it's paying attention. Like, what are you writing about? Oh, let me see. But then you write it down. Your subconscious checks with your programming and say, wait a minute, this isn't in the programming, but this is what they're saying. They're writing this down. Like it's, we got to pay attention to this. They're writing this down. So now they believe this. Oh, okay. Click. Let's make this stuff happen. They're the manifester. They're the boss. Let's get it going. Come on. Right? You writing things down, you committing them to paper. You're showing your subconscious that you want things to change. You are consciously putting your attention, your awareness to whatever it is you're writing on that paper, and you're feeling that energy of it. Whether it is a healing energy, like you're releasing something, you're talking about something that frustrates you or you're tired of dealing with. Ooh, I'm burping, already channeling. You see this? Excuse me. But whatever it is you write about, just make sure it's something you're able to put yourself in the energy of for either release, right? Or to attract, either to release or to attract, right? That's what we're doing. Either you're writing something that's going to release some negative energy from you, or you're writing something that is going to attract what it is you really desire and what you want. And keep in mind, it doesn't matter what you want. It doesn't matter whether you have it now or not, or even see a way to get it. It doesn't even matter if you can't see a way to get it. You don't need to know how. You just need to start writing this. And I've been listening to this audiobook. I swear I want to do this with you guys. Something is telling me I need to do this. And well, we know what the something is, right? It's my angels. Whenever I get this innate urge, instinct, intuition to do something, it's because they're guiding me. They're pushing me. They're telling me this needs to be done, right? This needs to be out there. But I want to start reading a book with you guys. And it's very powerful, this book. Oh my God, the knowledge I'm gaining and wisdom. I'm like, holy shit. And there's meditations in this book too. And I want to learn these ones as well. But maybe it's something we could all do together in the future. So if this is something that you guys enjoy, from me, seeing me do to help you guys, keep you guys motivated, inspired, let me know, right? If you're watching on the YouTube replay, throw it in the comments. But I would love to read this book with you guys. because it's called Becoming Supernatural, right? Becoming Supernatural, meaning everybody can do this. It's not just a specific kind of person, right? And if you've heard of it, you probably know who the author of it is. It's Dr. Joe Dispenza. And he has this series too on Gaia called Rewired. I watched that thing. It changed my life because I was afraid of meditation. I was afraid of it. But when I watched his series Rewired on Gaia, it all made sense. And then it was like, there's no reason to be fearful of this. I can see what this is doing, how it works. And he's so informative, right? And backs everything up with scientific evidence, which is mind-blowing in itself. Like, he can prove this stuff works. Like, prove it. Evidence. Like, by measuring energy and things like this. But this book is so awesome. Yes, book club. I've been thinking about it once a month. I really thought I'd do it with the gathering I was trying to have, but it's just too much was involved with trying to get that done. That's why I hadn't done it. Remember, I was going to do that on December 3rd, but I decided to do this meditation and journaling instead, because it still gets a bunch of us together, even though we're not physically in the same place. A lot of us getting together, focus on the same thing, sending out the same positive energy, right? So I think it would be good, right? You're in. Awesome. I think it'll be good for all of us. But this book, man, I mean, I have it on Audible, so you don't even have to read this. And this is why it's so awesome to me. I love Audible because I can listen to this on that 1.5-hour drive, right? Every day I have to drive 1.5 hours to go up to Nashville and 1.5 hours back. So now it's not unproductive time, right? I'm using that time to change my mindset, to learn, to grow, to gain an understanding of what this thing, called life is really all about, right? And then not only that, but learning about myself, understanding me and what motivates me to do the things I do. And so it could help you guys as well. And I think everybody should read this book at least once. Everybody should. It's blowing my mind already in the first few chapters. Like anyways, hopefully, yeah. That'll be something if you want it to happen in the comments. You guys get in the comments, please. The comments are another free way to support me, to help me grow, to help me, get out there to more people as well. Totally free, just a few seconds of your time, right? The book is called Becoming Supernatural. It's by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And when you listen to this, I mean, mind blowing. Last night, I was just on my way home. Like, my God, it makes you realize like how much of your life you have created. Everything that's happening around you, you've created it. You may not even understand or realize that you have, but you have, right? Because we are manifestors. We are creators. Look, 11:11 again. Oh my God. Why did I drive up to a car last night? It was so crazy too. But I'm telling you, I know the universe is always talking to me anyways. I see the angel numbers everywhere. If you're seeing me, you probably are seeing 11:11. I know you are. I'm not even gonna say no. You are seeing it if you're seeing my face, right? So I pull up to the stoplight. I'm driving, and sure enough, the car in front of me, and I'm just talking to the, passenger, not really thinking anything of it. But it was that same passenger that I was talking to about meditation. He's like, I just tried to get my friend here. She has a hard time meditating. I'm like, well, it's so interesting that you're talking about that right now, when I just started this class on TikTok. I just started doing this. He's like, oh, really? Let me have your information, right? And as he's saying this, I literally pull up to the car in front of me at the stoplight, 11:11. It was all ones, 1111. That was the license plate. It wasn't even a Tennessee license plate. I don't even remember what state it was, but 1111. And I was like, I look over at the clock. Yeah, the clock. It's 11:11 on the clock. And I see 11:11 in front of me. I look down at my odometer, 222. I shit you not. Like, nobody would ever believe me. People would probably think I make this shit up, but it happens so much that I just didn't have time. You know, my phone is, I'm in the middle of a ride. I don't have time to take my phone to get a video and show you guys. But there's been so many times where stuff like that happens to me. I'll look at the clock, then look up a car right in front of me has the same license plate, right? I'll drive by, go somewhere else, and bam, there it is again. This happens to you guys too, I know, right? Oh yeah, and you're going to be noticing it much more here, right? Because I promise you, the universe is really trying to wake us up now. Like, now is, what is it called? It's like the 9th hour now. Now is the time. This is the last ditch effort Spirit is trying to get to push those of us that haven't accepted, right? That we are all connected. Those that really still, have an opportunity to move into 5D, to raise their vibration and make this shift, right? Into the new earth, into the new world, the new cycle, right? That's what it is. It's just a new cycle, right, of Earth. But Earth in this cycle has raised her vibration, right? Has risen her vibration. The Earth itself is also a spirit, a soul that is trying to ascend, just like we are, right? And we're all being pushed. Yes, seeing people, yes, who never considered this path waking up. Absolutely. Because we are in the middle of the Great Awakening, you guys. That's what's happening. This is why you see all these changes, all these things happening, everything that's happening in the world at large outside of you, right? This is why I haven't watched television for 3 or 4 years. Why? Because my guides gave me this premonition, this vision, this idea, the feeling that, you're being programmed, right? They're feeding you things that just make you feel terrible and low. And I really thought about this for literally 3 years of my life, every single day and night, right? The TV was on when I woke up. The TV was on when I went to bed. I couldn't fall asleep without the TV, right? And so all night long, you've got all this shit playing in your ears. Just because you're asleep doesn't mean your subconscious isn't hearing this shit, right? And everything on the television is intended to make you feel low. Everything that's happening is programming you to feel some sort of way or to have a stress response or reaction to what you're hearing. It triggers the body's stress, fight or flight mode, right? So when you're constantly in that type of energy, you cannot grow, you cannot expand, you cannot be creative. You don't wake up, right? And they don't want you to wake up because as long as you're asleep, they can control and program you. And so I haven't watched television in 3 years, right? I still watch certain programs and shows. Yes, I do. It doesn't mean you have to completely give up everything. But now, right, why do you think? Just consider this. Just consider this. All right. All of you have cable, right? You have cable TV. Why is it you can't fast forward through commercials on certain programmings, right? Why do you think they did that? Because they realize, wait a minute, people are fat. You think it's about the money? Well, you think it's about, they're not selling their products, right? Because you're fast forwarding through the programming, right? You're fast forwarding through commercials. Nobody wants to watch the commercials, right? Tell me the truth. There you go. I'm telling you, right? Yeah. People do think you're strange when you don't watch TV. But just consider this, right? So what did they do? Once they realized that people got DVDs, DVRs, and could fast forward through the commercials, they disabled that. So now you're forced to watch the commercials unless you record it and then fast forward through them that way. If you don't record it and you're watching it live, you cannot forward through those commercials. You're forced to watch them. And then you get on YouTube, you get on TikTok, you're in the middle of watching a video, bam, an ad pops up, right? You think it's about the products, but no. Do you know what it's really about? Distraction. The whole purpose of TV, all these things happen, all this stuff is to steal your conscious awareness, right? To distract you. Because if your energy is so fragmented, thinking about all these different things every day, all day, and right in the middle of you trying to, be programmed by whatever program you're watching, bam, an ad pops up and makes you want to go buy this. Now you have this other piece of your energy fragmented because now you're thinking about this thing. Oh, I want this thing. I want this thing. They have to put it in your face. All right. This is why I had to leave Las Vegas. And I get it why, every time I drove down the strip, it just bothered me. I could feel the energy behind it, right? Because I'm awake, I understand, and I can feel, I'm clairsentient. So I feel energy. Okay. That's my divine gift from the universe is I'm very sensitive to energy. So they call it clairsentience or the gift of clear feeling or being able to feel energy, right? And so I can feel it. And I would drive down that damn Las Vegas Boulevard and both sides of the street, there's nothing but screens. Who's been there? Who knows, right? Okay, Crystalline, I love you. Okay, listen, that's right. And we were going to do our 5 minutes of journaling. You can do yours later. No worries. But thank you for staying tuned in. I appreciate you. But yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's because they're stealing your attention, you guys. They're stealing your attention. And that's how they program you. I'm sorry. Look, my throat chakra spirit is saying, shut up talking about this. They're going to I feel it. That's all that's what I can say. I can feel it and I know that's what's happening. And so I had to get out of there because I don't want to drive down the street, working all day and I'm constantly. Now, after a while, you just tune it out, right? You do. You learn to just tune it out. When you live there, you just tune it out. It's not a big deal. But when you're a tourist, never been there before, all these screens, your head is turning like it's on a swivel or something, right? But it's all them programming and stealing your conscious awareness. Because if they can take your focus off what you want to create for yourself, right? They are controlling your power, your creative capabilities. They're keeping you from using your creativity to create for yourself. Okay? That's what this is all about. And so when we learn to meditate, we learn to focus our conscious awareness, which is our energy, right? Which is where we put it. Do you want to put it on what they want you to put it on? Or do you want to put it on what you want to put it on? Does that make sense, you guys? And so that's why I had to leave, because I could feel the energy behind all these screens. And when they put that big giant one on the stupid corner, I was like, it was taller than a damn building, this TV screen, the screen right on the intersection, a very, very busy intersection in Las Vegas too. Very busy one. Flamingo and Las Vegas Boulevard. There is got to be 100-foot damn screen there now, right? Anyways, and you go down the strip and there's nothing but screen. It just why do they need to catch your attention that bad? What is it, right? And how do you not be distracted, right? That's the question. How do you not become distracted by all that? You can't. It's almost impossible. But again, when you can write things down, you can commit them to your subconscious. You're seeing the words. You're putting yourself in the frequency, in the energy of whatever it is you're writing, therefore attracting it to you, right? And so that's why I feel like now, more than ever, this last month of the year, Spirit guided me to do this. Also because, I don't know what else to do, right? I'm in a situation in my own life where I'm just like, I don't know what else to do. So whenever you don't know what to do for yourself, sometimes you just have to be of service to other people. You have to do what you are able to do for somebody else if you can't do what you need to do sometimes for yourself, right? It shifts your conscious awareness, and that's what it's all about. Because when you don't have the answers for yourself, right? You sit there and overthink, you worry, you stress, it creates fear. But if you release this, right? You shift your focus to something else or to helping people. Now you're not in that negative mindset of spiraling down the emotional scale. right? Oh, you're going to, I'm not in Vegas anymore, honey. Monica, yes, I moved from Vegas in July. I told you I just felt intuitively guided. It was time for me to leave there because it was really not good. Like I said, everywhere you go, there's a damn screen. You can't escape them. And I could feel the energy. Spirit was saying, it's time for me to go. Your mom just moved there. Look. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, I mean, doesn't mean I won't be back. Maybe one day Spirit will guide me back there. But for now, this is where I'm meant to be. So I'm sorry. Oh, I know you miss her already. She's always with you, and I mean, you can tap in and feel your family. You don't have to worry about them, but then you can always go visit, right? It gives you a destination. But I mean, right now is perfect time of year there. The weather's nice, I mean, it's probably cool there now, but at least still you get the sun every day. Even if it's cool, the sun is out, no snow, right? And there's always something to do in Vegas. There's always something to do. So, but, all right. So now you see, I did it again. I was trying to not get on my soapbox and start running my mouth. But when Spirit flows through me, I got to teach. I'm a teacher, right? That's what I am naturally. It's so interesting for me to even just say that. Wow. I acknowledge that. Like, I don't think I've ever said that before, you guys. I am a teacher, right? It's part of my purpose. It's why I came. Most life path 3s are teachers, right? Because they know how to communicate with people to get them to understand. And people want to listen to what they have to say usually, right? You just naturally are drawn to want to hear somebody who's a life path 3, what they have to say. You want to listen to them. And so I'm sure that's part of it too. But man, I am a teacher. I have to claim that energy because that's what it is, right? And what I teach is self-love, self-care, right? Being true and authentic, being true to yourself, taking care of yourself, understanding that the universe is always listening, right? I'm a teacher of spirituality, I'm a teacher of how do I word this? Of how to get you to live in your highest purpose, right? To be the highest version of yourself. That's what I teach, right? And that is true. That is absolutely true. You teach because you want to help other people see the truth. Absolutely. Right. And that is when I finally understood and learned what spirituality was all about, all the experiences that I had. I understood, right? Like, oh my God, this is why all this is happening, right? But everybody should know this. That was like the first thing. Like, oh my God, everybody needs to know. Why don't people know this? Why doesn't everybody know this? Like when I started waking up, I just wanted to scream it from the mountaintop. Wake up, everybody! Like, of course, we all kind of go through that phase when you go through an awakening, once you start to understand. Now, the thing is, it's not just you hear it, you learn it, but you have this inner knowing. You have this sense that, oh my God, finally, this is it. Like you're getting the truth. You finally get it. And you're like, wow, this is what the missing piece has been, right? Because since I was 7, I've been having experiences that I could not really share with people. Or when I did, people thought I was nuts or crazy, right? I can feel when people are leaving this dimension. Like I know they're about to leave. And I've known it. I've known or been able to feel it since I was 7. And the first time I ever realized was when my father passed away at 12. I knew he was going to die. And when I came home from school that day and my mom had to sit us down and tell us, she asked the question. Why would she ask? I don't know. But she asked, do you know what has happened? Because of course we get home from school, the house is full, all these people are here, and everybody's staring at me and my brother, right? So I felt the energy right away, but I knew what it was. And of course, Mom made us sit down on the sofa. I've told this story before. And she told me, right? And she asked us that, and I told her my exact words is, Dad died. And she's like, how do you know that? Or she's like, well, what would make you say that? And I wanted to say, because I felt him leave, right? He came to see me at school, but you can't say that, right? You can't say that. I felt him. I knew he was gone, and I knew he was leaving. But I said, because I knew he was in the hospital, when I left at the end of the summer this year, right? I knew he was already sick when I left, because we used to spend summers, with our dad in Chicago, but we lived in Minnesota with our mom. And I had gone that summer, but my brother did not go that summer. I had gone that summer, and most of the summer my dad spent in the hospital. Like, he didn't come out of the hospital. He went in and he never came out. They had to take me to the hospital. I was just 12 years old, and he was on one of those 18 and up wards, they don't let kids there. My grandfather pleaded with them because he knew, this is probably the last time she's going to see her father. Like, you can't keep her from saying goodbye to him, right? This is the last time she's going to see him. But in that instance, my grandpa got me into the room to go see him. And I just knew when I walked out of the room, it was the last time. Like, I knew his spirit was leaving. His soul told me he was leaving, right? And that was that. But I knew it, right? So when she told us, yeah, I already knew, but I couldn't tell her how I knew, right? So I've had these experiences since I was 7. Another time I left my body, thought I had gone to the bathroom, but woke up and the bed was a mess, right? And I was just so adamant. No, I didn't. I did get up. Yep, I did. My astral body got up and went to the bathroom, but my physical body was still in the bed. And that had never happened. But I was so upset and distraught. I was adamant with my mom. I did not pee in the bed. I absolutely got up and went to the bathroom. But after, these things started, I started to understand what it was, right? Like, I really did get up and go to the bathroom, but it wasn't my physical body. And that's when I knew I could leave my body, right? When my body went to sleep, I wasn't asleep. It's so crazy how to explain it, but this is me telling you guys my, one of my first stories of my spiritual experiences at a young age. And it started at 7 years old, right? Because 7 is when you become consciously aware, awake, right? The programming switches, your brain switches from theta to beta, right? Or one of the, I can't remember exactly, but your brain waves switch when you turn 7. And that's what happens. That's how it happens. That's when you sometimes have these recollections, right? Because for those first 7 years, you're being programmed by your family, by the things that are happening. Your brain is in programming mode, right? That's why it's so easy for kids during that stage to learn a language, right? Because they are just absorbing everything that's happening around them. Their subconscious is taking notes, making programs, right? So that this child's life will play out based on the programs, based on the things that you instill in them in the first 7 years, okay? You see, it happened to you too, Monica, around that time, see? That's why it happens then. It's because your brain waves shift at that time when you turn 7 years old. And so that's when you become consciously aware, awake. What is the word? You have self-recognition or self-realization. You start to associate self, right? This is me. I am this person, or I am this, right? You start to associate with your family. Like, I'm a part of this family, and you become consciously aware. You start to hear that voice in your head talking to you when you turn 7, right? because you're becoming or have become aware of yourself, right? And then it's the ego, really, that you hear talking. It's your ego because it's trying to protect you, so to speak, but not really protect you, right? Anyways. But so I digress. So we're going to get started with our journaling today, December 9th, day 9. And again, it doesn't matter what you write about. Just write. You can write about energies or feelings you have that you want to get out. You're angry, you're frustrated, you're hurt, you're fearful, you're resentful, you're jealous, you're envious, whatever it is, get it down, right? Write it down. So I say today, write whatever you feel, free writing. If you don't know what to write, literally write, I don't know what to write. Sometimes when you do that too, you trigger your guides, your angels to start communicating with you through writing, and they will start to take your hands and you'll see words starting to come out that you didn't even think of. They're just showing up on the paper because you've been taken over or, channeled. Your angels are channeling you, trying to get you to, recognize, hey, we're here and we're talking to you. And some of the messages people get were very profound. They were directly to them. Like, how the heck am I writing this? I'm writing this and I'm writing it to me. It's a letter to me that I'm writing, but somebody's telling me about me, right? You can remember it vividly. Monica, that's interesting you say this because you are meant to remember it vividly. You are meant to remember every single detail of this. You know why? And I had to think about that too, because when I started going through my awakening, the first thing that happened, of course, or, what usually happens is you start to see 11:11. Every day you pick up your phone, you look at a clock, you go somewhere, there's 11:11 all around you. And if it's not 11:11, it's your birth date, right? Your birth date. Your birth date is only significant to you. You're the only one that would look at it and say, hey, that's my birthday, right? So you start to see 11:11, you see your birth date. 11:11, you see your birth date everywhere. And that's what was happening to me. I was seeing my birthday everywhere, seeing 11:11 everywhere, right? And like, what the hell was this about? Once I went to inquire what it was about, right? When I went to inquire, I Googled it. 11:11, what does this mean? A YouTube video popped up. I start watching it and oh my God, I just sat there in shock like, but what happened in that instant? My angels, God, guides, whatever the hell you want to say it, took me right to that moment, right? And so as soon as you realize that's what it is, you recall that moment instantly, and you're meant to, because that is the confirmation. That's how you know that you're not crazy, right? You're not crazy. This really did happen. And yes, it's real. And no, you're not crazy, right? And that's what happens. That's how it happens. So that you see, Monica, who else has that happened to here? Because I know you're not seeing me by accident. If you're here, you've probably had an experience like that at some point in your life. If you have, let's see. I can't make this up because we all go through this when you're going through a spiritual awakening. We all have had experiences. Look, Cindy, see? Another one. Look, Pinky, see? Another one. You see, I can't make it up. If this is you, you see, you're not alone. But this is how it is meant to happen for those of us that are meant to awaken first to help awaken other people, right? This is how it is meant to happen. You see, I can't make this up. I'm telling you what's happened to me, and you're saying, oh my God, this happened to me too, right? Mm-hmm. You see, it happened before the internet was available, so you didn't necessarily have the resources. So you're sitting here going crazy, like, what the hell is this, right? What's happening? Yeah, that has happened to a lot of us too. And there's a lot of us that didn't have a resource or no one to turn to. And so again, you just bottle this stuff in. You keep it in, you hide it. You don't want to tell people, you think you're crazy because you're different than everybody else, right? You're not. You have a gift and you were meant to be on the front lines of this awakening. Yes. You're first, you see, you do. Mm-hmm. jumping on a trampoline. Look at your dad's house. But you remember, Coco, see? I can't make it up. All of us can't be having the same experiences, and we don't know each other, right? How can I mean, of course, the scenarios, the situations, the circumstances may be different, but ultimately it's the same thing, right? And so, that's why I tell you guys, if you're finding me, you're not finding me by accident. You're meant to find me now, right? Because it's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to understand you have a bigger purpose. And one match, lights one, and then that one lights another, and right? It goes on and on and on. It catches on, it grows, it expands. It's the saying. I heard this, I got this at work, right, too. One of my bosses or managers at a job I had said to me, it's like poison. If you have one person on a team that is just so negative, so always against everything, so dragging everything down, it spreads, right? You're constantly complaining about, this isn't right. This isn't right. They're not doing this, and they don't give us this. And, excuse me, constantly complaining, right? If you're on a team of people and you're that one person constantly being negative, it spreads to everybody, right? You see? Synchronicities, and yes, no coincidences. I tell people there are no coincidences. Nothing happens by chance. Everything that's happening in your reality, you've mapped out, planned out, and now it's time for you to allow yourself to be guided instead of trying to control matter, right? This is Dr. Joe Dispenza says this, right? You are matter trying to change matter. When you are matter trying to change matter, doesn't work, right? Because matter cannot change matter, right? Only energy can change matter. But when you are in the 3D, in low vibes, in low thinking, low energy, you are more dense, more matter than energy, right? And so when you allow yourself to be more matter, you can never change or affect matter. You can't make changes in your reality because you're matter trying to change matter. Only thing that can change matter is energy, right? So you focus your energy in order to change the matter. You don't become the matter and try to change the matter. Does that make sense? It made sense to me. I got it completely. But that was Dr. Joe, right? So in other words, you have to change things first on an energetic level, right? That's the only way you're going to see physical material change, is to change the energy of your thoughts, change the energy of your actions, change the energy of your beliefs, right? That's what this is all about. That's why they say mindset, right? You change your mindset, you change your life. And that's what this is about. Doing this journaling, doing this meditation. It is helping you guys stop trying to use your matter to change matter, to start using your energy to change matter, right? No, honey. You have not been stuck in low vibes. Your spirit team is trying to tell you it's time to release, right? It's always a choice. Remember this, right? We can always choose how we feel. Your vibration is based on how you feel. So if you feel down and you give into that energy, then you're going to stay down. But if you feel down and you trust, or you allow the energy to move through you, meaning you sit with it, you let yourself feel it, right? You don't beat yourself up. You're gentle with yourself, right? You allow this energy to pass through. That means you're still in the flow. The energy is no longer blocking anything. It's moving on because you're allowing it to come through. Once you allow that energy to move through, then the positive energy behind that is going to come, right? But it's because we always block things. We beat ourselves up. We say, I can't, I'm dragged down. Be okay with yourself. Be in acceptance of yourself, right? Don't talk down about yourself, right? Stop it. You see that? Stop doing that, right? Yeah, many spirits. Well, yeah, if you are sensitive and aware, but it is all about you. Guys, you have to remember you're the creator, right? You focus your energy on what you choose to focus it on. You have a choice. And you can only focus on one thing at a time. We think we can focus on 1,000,001 things because we got all these thoughts going through our heads, but you can only give one of them your attention at a time. Do you understand that? Right? Oh, let it out, mama. Cry. Release it. It's okay. That's what your spirit is trying to get you to do, right? Stop holding it in. Stop beating yourself up. Stop with the negative self-talk, you guys. Your spirit is indestructible. You are more powerful than you even know. Be easy with yourself, because it is those self-deprecating thoughts that really keep us attracting things that reaffirm that in your life, right? And that's why it's so powerful, this book I'm reading, Becoming Supernatural, because he makes you aware of how you do this. And it was just like blowing my mind, like, oh my God, I get it. Now, here's the other thing for me. Because I told you, I read energy, I feel things, just energetically. I'm clairsentient, so I can feel the energy behind vibrations, frequencies, right? I can feel whether it's a positive intention or a negative intention. I can tell if it is vibrating with the frequency of truth or not, right? This is what I do. And anytime I hear things that ring with truth, I get this certain thing that happens in my heart. That's the best way I can explain it. It's the only way I know to how to even explain it or get people to understand. But trust me, you can tell me something. You can tell me anything, and I will know if you're lying. I just feel it in my heart, right? In this thing, activation, ping, some energy, something in me feels the truth. So when I hear truth, I feel it. And so listening to I'm like, oh my God, this is all so true. Everything that I've ever found in the research I've done, once I started awakening, everything I found, it rings with truth. There is nothing in me that has a doubt, right, at all. And that's what it's about. Exactly. We cannot change. Now, it's so, Coco, I can't believe you even said that. You said something right there, right? That we can't change the past, only the present, right? And future. Oh my God. But here's what he says. You cannot change your predictable future by constantly thinking about your present past. It's crazy how he explains it, but when you understand that time doesn't exist and everything is happening all at once, right? You're in different dimensions in this space, in time, in this present moment. Present moment is all that exists right now. The past doesn't exist anymore. The future doesn't exist anymore. So the only thing you have to recall is the now. What is your now? Are you living in this moment now from your past? Or are you living in this moment now, creating your future, right? When you're living in the present past, you're constantly going to repeat what has happened in the past because you're constantly recalling what happened in the past. But when you're in the moment and you allow yourself to stay in this present moment and trust the unknown, don't attach any feeling. You are nowhere, no one, nobody, no how, no nothing. You're just nothing. You're just in this moment. When you can be in this moment right now, you can create the future, especially if you're not giving your conscious awareness to what has happened in the past, right? You're getting it now. Freaks you out. Yes. Yes, you Virgos, y'all pay too much attention to detail. And this is, again, you've got to learn to give your conscious energy, awareness to what you want and not what you don't want. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. And yes, when you Virgos, everything does have to be perfect, right? It does not. And that's a lot of times what holds you Virgos back, because you have to get everything perfect. If it's not perfect, not good enough, it's not working. But sometimes you have to realize it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be done sometimes, right? That's right, Coco. You guys sometimes, yes, are very, very detail oriented, that you focus in on every little detail. You can't see the bigger picture because you don't zoom out. So that is absolutely a characteristic of a lot of Virgos, because everything has to be just so. It has to be perfect. If it's not good enough for you. But when you guys can learn to just accept things as they are, the stress releases, right? You're not stressed about how things, right? You just let it flow. And that's really what it's all about. True story, your sister. Yes, you see, I know my daughter's father is a Virgo, right? He was always concerned with the little tiny details. And I'm like, but look at all that. Anyways. So it is. It's okay, but it can be, you can work with it, right? You can work with it when you can learn how to just allow yourself to flow instead of trying to get everything perfect. And that's really what it's about too, right? So, So we're going to get started. 5 minutes of writing, you guys. That's it. Write about whatever you want. If you have any feelings that you need to release, write them down. If you have any positive words for yourself, that's great. Okay, Spirit just gave me that. Said, okay, why not today, try writing the things that you love about yourself, right? What things do you love about yourself? Why do you love those things about yourself? What things make you unique and special? All right. Not necessarily special, but unique, right? What things make you unique? Because we're all special. We are all special, right? But each one of us has our own unique thing that is just ours and no one else's. What is that thing for you? Okay, so it's just a suggestion. Doesn't mean you have to write about it. But I think that's great, because you want to start focusing on the things that you're good at, right? Another thing is when you're first awakening, right? We always beat ourselves up about the things we're not good at, right? Now, what I have been shown about this, because I know I can be a procrastinator. One, I'm very disorganized too, right? And sometimes can be inconsistent because I get bored. So I'll do something and be all gung-ho in the beginning. And then after a while it gets mundane. I'm like, okay, I'm bored. And then I'm just like, I fall off. I'm done. Like, I can't do this anymore, right? The motivation, the momentum leaves. And so I always thought that was something that would hold me back. The thing is Spirit said, don't focus on the things right now that you're not good at, right? Once you strengthen the things that you are good at, the things that you are not, you can work on later, right? And so that's what I did. I'm like, okay, I'm not as organized. I'm not as this and that. I kind of procrastinate sometimes, but that's okay, right? Right now, what I focus on is what I am good at. I'm good at talking to people, right? I'm good at reading cards. I'm good at reading energy. I'm good at doing research and learning and then sharing what I learn, right? I'm good at reverberating it back so other people understand, right? I've been always one of my best attributes. It's one thing that really helped me in my career as a cable technician too, is I knew how to explain things to people in layman's terms, like very complex technical things. I could explain it so that people would understand, right? Because not everybody understands signal, dB, all this stuff. People don't understand it. Frequency, bandwidth, networks, all these different things. I could talk to you for hours about it, right? But technically and in layman's terms, that's the thing. So I'm good at that. So Spirit says, focus on the things that you are good at now and worry about the rest later. But don't give energy to the things that you are not good at right now. Give energy to the things that you are. Okay. And then the things that you are not good at down the line, you'll be able to get somebody to help you with it, right? There you go. So, but start now. Don't hold yourself back. Don't keep yourself back because you think you're not good at something, right? Focus on the things you are good at and they will grow. They will get stronger, right? So just another little tidbit I picked up along the way, right? But this was totally my angels, my guides telling me this. Stop worrying about what you're not good at. because that will hold you back. That will stop you from starting. That will stop you from doing what you need to do to take that first step, which is always the hardest, right? It's always, always hardest to take that first leap of faith, right? That first leap of faith to believe in yourself, to believe in your own capabilities, right? To believe that you are good enough. It's like a big risk because, oh my God, if I put myself out there saying I'm good at this and that and other people don't agree, then oh my God, right? Again, fear. Are you going to let fear control you? Or are you going to live in the present moment knowing that you're giving the best of yourself to, the world at large, giving the best of yourself to yourself, focusing on what you're good at instead of beating yourself up about what you're bad at, right? Or not good at. So just keep that in mind. But today, yeah, let's write about the things that we love about ourselves. Okay. So we're going to do this for 5 minutes. Just write down every single thing about yourself that you absolutely love, right? And the main thing about this too is that when you write the things that you love about yourself, you start to recognize the things that you don't love about yourself, right? But we are not giving that energy right now. Today, it's only positive energy. It's only the things that we are good at. We are empowering ourselves. We are raising our vibes. We are encouraging ourselves, right? By acknowledging the things that we are good at, right? That's what it is. And it can be anything. I can be good. You're good at cooking, right? You're good at cleaning. You're good at organizing. Whatever it is. Write down whatever it is you're good at, because somewhere in one of those things you're good at is your purpose, right? It is where your purpose lies. It's how you figure out what it is you're meant to do here. So start with that. I think that's a great way to move into this weekend, just focusing on what the things we're good at. Okay. Now that's just a suggestion. Of course, you can write whatever you want. But I think it's a good place to start. Okay. Everybody agree? If you agree, throw a heart in the comments if you're watching on the YouTube replay. But I think it's a great focus for today. You don't have to write about it again, but I think it's good to bring awareness to the things that you are good at. Okay. So today, December 9th, I am good at, or I love about myself. One of the things I love most about myself, right? You can write it that way. Now, or say, again, you can always put yourself in the image or in the energy of what you want to be. So even if you're not, I'm so grateful and happy, I'm so proud of myself that I am able to, or that I am good at, or that I now am able to, right? You're putting everything in the present tense as if it is you now, right? So if it is something you're not good at, write it down in a way that says, I'm so happy that I am really good at this, right? And over time, you write that enough, you feel it, you start to believe it, you'll see it show up, right? That's the other thing. So believe me, it's powerful, you guys. Okay. So, all right, I'm going to shut up my mouth now, finally, and we're going to do this 5 minutes of meditation. And then after this, I will do a general collective. Again, if you're watching and you stayed till the end and you're watching on YouTube, look for the general collective after this recording. If you're here, stick around, make sure you share the live. We're going to get a general collective message today. Okay. So I'll do a reading as soon as we're done with the journaling. All right. So here we go. Everybody ready? Got your pen, paper? All right. 5 minutes starting. I'm going to turn the music up again. 5 minutes starting now. Write whatever you feel you love about yourself. What are the things you love about yourself? Here we go. Timer has started. Let's do it, guys. Awesome. Wow. I got a whole bunch of good things I loved about myself. Wow. I didn't realize I loved that much about myself too. Actually, I'm thinking about it like, dang, I didn't realize I loved that much about myself. That's awesome. Okay. Well, you guys, we have finished day 9. Thank you, everybody, for being here, for joining me. If you stayed till the end, again, like I said, if you watched on the YouTube replay, you stayed till the end. I am so grateful. I love you. I hope and pray that this video today really helped you in some way. Look at, I'm burping already. Forgive me. But hopefully you'll join us back here again tomorrow at same time, same channel. Just make sure you hit that like. Leave me a comment to let me know if this actually is helping you. If you want me to keep this up, you want to support my channel, throw some hearts in the comments for me. Leave a comment. I read them. I would be happy to read them and reply and subscribe. Of course, it's all free of charge. Doesn't cost you anything to do any of that, but it helps to support my channel. And I'm so grateful to be here for you guys. So if you haven't yet, by the way, and you're new here, go click the link in my bio, okay, and head over to my YouTube channel so you never miss a live, okay? I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Mwah.